Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux 2026, race one of the weekend. Hello everybody, welcome to Circuit Zandvoort, welcome to the North Sea Dunes. We have travelled about 300 kilometres northwest across Europe from Spa-Francorchamps to the glorious beach resort here in Zandvoort. Air temperature is up to 27 degrees. Conditions are absolutely perfect as we get ready for round two, race one of the 2026 season of Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. The last time we chatted, we were in the Ardennes forest and Jaap van Lagen scored two third places on the podium for both of the races for the season opener. The defending champion jumping to second place in the points because it was Alex Ryman who took a win and a second place. That put him at the top of the points, 9 points clear of Jaap van Lagen. Milan Marchak in the number 96, Agit by Red Ant Racing Car with a 6th and a 10th place. Not quite what he was hoping for from the weekend. He's down in 6th place in the points at the moment, but as you can see from the pictures on your screen, it's Jaap van Lagen who will start from pole position and Milan Marchak who will be starting alongside him. Theo Elenus for Est1 Racing had a 5th and a 6th place at Spa-Francorchamps. He has qualified well here in 3rd place on the grid. And Frank Porte, who is with a 4th and a 5th place at Spa-Francorchamps, has qualified in 4th place on the grid. Our championship leader, Alex Ryman, after qualifying this morning, is in 5th place. It was a slightly interrupted qualifying this morning. It was lively, mainly because we had a red flag for Dino van der Geest, who had a bit of a moment, ended up in the gravel trap, had to be retrieved, and it meant it was an interrupted qualifying session. It also means that Dino starts absolutely stone last on the grid, so he'll have a bit of work to do there as he tries to work his way through the pack. So after Spa-Francorchamps in the Drivers' Championship, it's Alex Ryman who leads the way with a solid 50 points. The driver who has really stepped up a gear over the winter comes into the 2026 season ready to challenge for that title and steal it away from the defending champion, Jaap van Lagen, who is second. You look there at the number 8 car on the grid. What a stonking qualifying session he had in this morning, becoming second in the rookies. Significant because Joop Muller was involved in that accident on the start line at Spa-Francorchamps, and the best news of all is that he is well and he is back behind the wheel. A little bit bruised still after that accident, but he has been working on his fitness. He said that on Friday he was going to just see how he felt behind the wheel of the car during free practice. He confirmed that he is most certainly feeling good, but second for the rookies on the grid because our rookie pole sitter is Joop Bredfeldt in the number 5 car for Team Raceart, and what a great qualifying from him. The rookie pole and in 6th place on the grid, so in a really, really good position to earn good points from there. Joop Muller in the number 8 car, his brother Mace Muller in the number 13 car. This was the battle that we were promised at Spa-Francorchamps that never happened because of that start line crash, but now we're able to witness it here at Circuit Zandvoort. In the Rookie Championship, it's Henry Wheeler and David Chiwok who are tied with 41 points at the top of the rookie standings. Arthur Peters is in 3rd place. He is 8 points adrift. And Joop Bredfeldt is in 4th place. I will get the pronunciation right eventually, I promise. And he is 10 points back in the Rookie Championship. In the Pro-Am standings, Yanni Kakela has 52 points over Levent Turkman. And with Levent not racing here this weekend, Yanni Kakela will be looking to extend that lead in the Pro-Am standings before Levent comes back. There's Arthur Peters. He had a good good weekend at Spa-Francorchamps with a 13th and a 16th, a second place in the first race for the rookies. But had a bit of a penalty. Originally crossed the line first in the rookies, but had a penalty that he picked up. So second place went to Archer Peters in the number 63 car. It is a 12-race season for Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux 2026. It was just a fortnight ago that the season kicked off, and now we reconvene here at Circuit Zandvoort in front of a big crowd. We're part of the DTM platform this weekend on a circuit that is 4.259 kilometers around with 14 turns, 10 to the right and 4 to the left. It's always an absolute privilege to come here to Zandvoort. It is a circuit like no other, and it's certainly one that the drivers really enjoy coming to. Of course, the trademark banking, you can see it in the background there. That's 18 degrees of banking out of the Arie Luijendijk turn 14, named after the 2 times Dutch Indy 500 champion. And the pictures do not do justice to how steep that banking is. It's even steeper into turn 3. It's 19 degrees into Hugenholtz, which is turn 3. And we will see that in a moment as the cars get ready to start on their formation lap. The one formation lap that will then lead us into a clutch start, a standing start, and 30 minutes plus 1 lap of racing. The air temperature has cooled a little, but the conditions absolutely perfect. However, tyre wear may well be an issue here at Zandvoort. This circuit is a bit of a tyre eater, and degradation always an issue. So the drivers that look after the tyres at the beginning of the race may well find that they've got something with which to attack or indeed defend once the race gets into its closing stages. So let's take a look properly at the starting grid. It's defending champion Jaap van Lagen on pole position. Milan Marchak, keep an eye on him. Alongside him on that front row for Red Ant Racing, Theo Ellenis and Frank Porte, who is lined up on row 2 of the grid, and on row 3, the championship leader, Alex Ryman, has Joep Breedveld alongside him on the rookie pole, as denoted by the green number around his number, the green box around his number. Jota Hoffner is in 7th place with Joep Muller in 8th place. Welcome back, Joep. Then Mace Muller, his brother, has Jan Seifert for company on row 5 of the grid. On row 6, Archer Peters and David Duoc in the number 77 car. And on row 7 is Carol Krent and Henry Wheeler, who comes all the way from the USA to be here. Then Jesse Polderdijk and Yanni Kakela, they line up next. And Yanni Kakela, the leading Pro-Am driver. Ali Al-Jafali is 17th with Cuba Tuareg alongside. Cuba was not able to take part in any practice earlier on in the week because he was still at school, so turned up for quali, and it was in at the deep end for him. And then behind him, bringing up the rear, the driver who had the issues this morning in quali, Dino van der Geest. For Team GP Elite, he lines up at the back of the pack, but with the pressure off, will be looking to make a bit of progress from there. You can see how hard these drivers are having to weave to generate the heat into the tyres and into the brakes of these wonderful Porsche cars. The 911 car, and the sight and sound of a full grid of cars in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux is a sight to behold. The crowd here are about to be thoroughly entertained. It's noise, it's speed, it's drama up on the bankings. Proper NASCAR-style banking here at Zandvoort. It was here at Zandvoort last year where Jaap van Lagen was crowned the champion. It was the second of 2 visits here to Zandvoort for Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux last year. And at that second visit, Jaap van Lagen became the champion of Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. He's now got a big target on his back because he is the one that they all want to beat. It's his 6th pole position in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. He's had 4 wins, and he's looking to make it 5 here at his home circuit in front of the Dutch crowd. We've got lots of Dutch drivers scattered throughout the field, but there is a Polish driver in the shape of Milan Marchak. He is, of course, the reigning rookie champion in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, and he is still looking for that first win in this series in the 96 car. So now the grid is starting to form. This is the calm before the storm. We have clearance from the back. And now the eyes will turn to those 5 red lights at the top of the screen. The engine notes rise. We are go here at Zandvoort, the first of 2 races this weekend. Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. A good launch to Jaap van Lagen, Milan Marchak there as well into that second place. The 2 S1 racing cars slotting in behind. So into the corner, that is called Tarzan. Then into turn 2. Now up onto 19 degrees of fearsome banking here at Zandvoort. The cars all taking different lines through this corner. A good exit of this corner is essential as they head out towards turn 4. It is a blind crest as they come up over the hill. Now watch this. This is going to be great as they bump over the curb. Some of the cars getting airborne. You can see them bouncing around. Back up the hill we come once again. Then over the crest of the hill down to the corner. That is called Scheivlak. A really tough corner to get right, to overtake here. Really, really chicory. But David Givok having no problems at all, trying to make a move on Mace Muller. There's Joop Muller there in the number 8 car. Remember, this is his first racing lap ever in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux on account of the fact he didn't take the start at Spa-Francorchamps. So really good that he is here and he is competing. Jaap van Lagen leads the way. Milan Marchak not letting him out of sight. There is our Pro-Am leader in the number 39 car. From the very back of the pack, Dina van der Gies there, challenging in the number 19 car. Behind him, Jesse Polerdijk and Henry Wheeler. A lot of these drivers experiencing a race here at Zandvoort for the very first time in their racing careers. Now we head out towards the Hans Ernst chicane, then is up into 12, into 13 Kumo, back up on the banking, into Arie Luyendyk we come, then out along the pit straight we will come. Jaap van Lagen leading the way, Milan Marchak 1 and 2, broken clear slightly, but Jaap van Lagen is not getting clear of Milan Marchak. Remember, tyre wear is going to be really important here at Zandvoort. They need to look after the tyres. A bit of a squeeze going on the exit of turn 1. The leading rookie car is still Joop Breedveld in the number 5. He had that rookie pole, his first rookie pole. He's in 8th place overall, but David Givok, we saw how good he was at Spa-Francorchamps, will be putting the pressure on. Here they come, side by side around this fearsome part of the track. You can see the cars getting slightly airborne. Joop Muller there with Archie Peters just behind him. Then it's Karel Krens in 13th place. The driver who celebrated his 21st birthday the day before yesterday, celebrating it by doing what he loves best and going racing. But he's got Yanni Kakala filling his mirrors in the background as well. So Karel Krens in that 13th place. Here comes our race leader, Jaap van Lagen. Milan Marchak keeping him honest. About 0.3 of a second between them. They've broken clear. Theo Elenis in 3rd place. Our championship leader, Alex Ryman, up to 4th. Frank Portehoes has been relegated to 5th place, but still very much in the fight in the number 22 car. Then it's Jelte Hofner. Then we see the leader of the rookies. Right, let's have another look at the start there. And it was a really good launch of Jaap van Lagen, a veteran driver. And Theo Elenis moving across to shut the door on Frank Porte, who is really helping his fellow driver for S1, Alex Ryman. All the cars making it around that first corner. And then great move from David Givok in the number 77 car. Putting a 1 to Mace Muller in the number 13. Mace, who had a 7th and a 15th place at Spa-Francorchamps. So it's a timed race, short, sharp, energetic, giving it everything, pointing in the wrong direction. Ali Al-Jafali, another of the S1 racing cars. He's had a bit of a spin, doesn't look like there's any drama. He's able to rejoin at the back of the pack, but scoring points this afternoon could well be something of a tall order. So there's a little replay of it, and that's come the exit of turn 1. It's Joop Breedveld who leads for the rookies. He's in 7th place overall. He's managed to get past Jan Seifert, relegating Seifert down to 8th place. Seifert, who is fairly experienced in the discipline of Porsche Carrera Cup racing. We saw him in Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland over the last few years. So really good progress from Joop Breedveld. Really showing what he's worth. Here come the leading duo. Not really leaving Theo Ellenis and Alex Ryman behind, but they've broken clear a bit. Jaap van Lagen leading the way from Milan Marchak. Marchak, the coolest customer on the block, never phased, never agitated, does his talking out on the track. Can he beat the veteran driver that is Jaap van Lagen? Into turn 1 from Tarzan we look. More challenges further back. Mace Muller and his brother to the inside on his debut in this series. So Joop Muller to the inside of Mace, and up a position he goes, up into 10th place. Oh, that'll be fun round the dinner table tonight, won't it? Archie Peters behind them, and Carol Krent. Joop taking a really wide line up turn 3. They can use so much of the banking. They go up so high, up that steep 19 degrees, allowing them to take different lines. Now this, the most spectacular part of the circuit. You can see the cars dancing around on the curbs. Then down they come towards Scheivlak, which is turn 7. Then around towards turn 8, the Mustersbocht. So great driving from Joop Muller, making his season debut in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, making his career debut in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. His older brother has been mugged, but will no doubt try to fight back. But at the moment, his mirrors are being filled by Archie Peters, who goes wide out of the corner. He keeps it all gathered up, but he loses a position to Carol Krent, who's kept it tidy. Carol, who's finally getting a grip of the handling of that car. They've had some issues. JW Race Service with the number 55 car. They think they've tracked what the problem was from Spa-Francorchamps, and now he's making good use of that car. And Archie Peters' little moment coming out of the corner. Look at this, he goes wide, showing pure courage because he keeps his foot buried on it, loses just 1 place, but now falls into the clutches of the Pro-Am leader, Jani Kakala, in the number 39 car. Here comes first and second. Once again, out across the line they come. Up high on the banking. So Jaap van Lagen in the lead of the race. So is he giving it everything? Is he looking after the tyres? Carol Krent now coming under pressure from the number 19 car. So from the very back of the pack, Dino van der Geest now challenging Carol Krent. So that is great progress from the very back of the pack. For some reason, the 19 car is not showing on my timing screen in that position. So let's just have a look here, see what has occurred. There's Carol Krent, and oh, in fact, Dino van der Geest has had another excursion into the gravel there. So that's on a replay, but from the back of the pack, having to do an awful lot of work after that issue in qualifying this morning. And of course, the qualifying is for both today's race and tomorrow's. So he's put himself a little bit on the back foot for both races. So here we come. There's Theo Ellenis in 3rd place. Behind him, Alex Ryman in 4th place. Remember, Ryman leads the championship. Out along the pit straight they come, picking up a side draft on the exit of the Arie Luijendijk turn 14, up to about 250 kilometers an hour in 6th gear before the braking of turn 1, taken in 2nd gear at about 85 to 90 kilometers an hour, so carrying an awful lot of speed. Then into 3rd gear, into turn 3, then up high on the banking, taken in 2nd gear at about 100 kilometers an hour. Then on the exit of the banking, it's flat out up the hill. Takes so much courage because of the blind crest. As you come up there, you can just see the sky. Then our favorite bit, the Rob Slopemeter Rob Slotemaker Balcom, turn 5, taking about 220 kilometers an hour. That's where, if you look carefully, some of the cars get airborne as they come over the bumps. Then downhill to Scheivlak, taken in 4th gear at about 155 kilometers an hour. Then the windy section of the rest of the circuit. Lots to test the drivers. Jaap van Lagen has done many laps around this circuit, and he is putting that to good use at the moment, leading the way in the number 69 car. Second place, Milan Marchak. Then this fight that you're looking at here, Theo Ellenus in the 27 car, Alex Ryman, his teammates, in 4th place, but would dearly love to get past Theo Ellenus. Theo, an experienced pilot, of course, a Formula 1 test driver for the Marussia Formula 1 team, has a lot of experience, has done a lot of winning over the years. Now in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, also an element of coaching for Alex Ryman, but Ryman has got his mirrors full of Frank Porte-Hues. So Frank, in that 5th place, looking to get the position back that he lost early on in the race. He started in 4th place. He lost that position to Alex Ryman. But Frank, I spoke to him a couple of days ago. He said, oh, I don't really get much time on screen nowadays. Well, he's doing it now because he's challenging with the podium position cars. The 3rd place, the last of the podiums, just 2 cars ahead of him. But he's got Alex Ryman that he's going to have to deal with before he can challenge Theo Ellenus. And in the background, keep an eye on Jelte Hofner. Jelte, who backs off for nobody. And then it's Joep Breedveld in the number 5 car, the leading rookie driver. Behind him, Jan Seifert, and then David Givok, 2nd in the rookies, 3rd in the rookies. Can he get a podium on his debut? Joep Muller in 10th place overall, but in a podium position for the rookies. We've still got 19 minutes of racing here. Race 3 of the season for Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux 2026. Here comes 3rd place Ellenus, then Ryman, Porte-Hues, Hofner, Breedveld, Seifert, Givok, all in the picture. Mace Muller in the number 13 car, Karel Krent, Archie Peters, then the Pro-Am leader, Yannick Kakela, Henry Wheeler, all the way from the USA. Racing with jet lag in 2026. Up onto the bankings we come once again at Zandvoort, out along the pit straight. I'm told that the side draft is more powerful than the slipstream here on this circuit. And it's turn 1 we come, and a round up towards turn 2 once again. So Jaap van Lagen still leading the way, 1.3 seconds to the good of Milan Marchak. Down this fight here, Theo Ellenus and Alex Ryman, Frank Porte-Hues keeping them in sight. Jelte Hofner, everybody still very much in the battle here. It's early days to be thinking about the championship, but if Alex Ryman finishes in 4th place, he will get 13 points. If Jaap van Lagen wins, he will get 25 points, and he will lead the championship by 3 points. Frank Porte-Hues, if things remained as they are for 5th place, would get 11 points. So if things remain as they are now, it will be Jaap van Lagen, the defending champion, who will jump to the top of the points. But Milan Marchak may well be a friend of Alex Ryman here if he can put one over Jaap van Lagen. If anybody can, Milan Marchak is certainly the driver with the skill to do that. There's Alex Ryman, championship leader, coming into this race. 1 race today, 1 race tomorrow. Jaap van Lagen, who may well be starting somewhere near pole position for the 2nd race tomorrow as well. Milan Marchak now with an opportunity, tucked up close on the exit of Arie Luyendyk. Look at this, heading out past the pits in towards turn 1. Can Marchak do anything at the moment, putting the pressure on? Maybe trying to force a mistake. Well, good luck with that. Jaap van Lagen. Now Jaap van Lagen slowing on the exit of turn 1. What is going on there with Jaap van Lagen? Looks like he might have a problem. You saw the brake lights coming on. There's no issue there, there's no penalty, but Jaap van Lagen suddenly slowing, handing the lead to Milan Marchak. What on earth occurred there with Jaap van Lagen? I am just looking. There have been no notifications on the timing screens of any penalties that might be incoming, but Jaap van Lagen suddenly giving up that position. We were into turn 1, and you saw him just pulling over to the right, and Milan Marchak sailing around the outside. I don't know what has occurred there. I'm just checking timing screens. There are no penalties. He hadn't been asked to give the place, so it must have been something mechanical, because that car suddenly slowed, and Milan Marchak has the gift that keeps on giving. He's leading the way, looking for his first ever win in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. He's never even finished on the podium. He's had plenty of wins and podiums in the rookie category in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, but not in the overall race. Whatever has befallen Jaap van Lagen, is it going to happen again? Is Theo Ellenus going to have an opportunity to move up onto the second step of the podium? Is Alex Ryman going to have an opportunity to finish on the podium for the third race in a row? We will find out in about 15 minutes time, because we are at the halfway point of race 3 of a 12-race season, Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. Looking down at the Tarzan turn 1, named after a local who had the corner named after him if he agreed to give up his vegetable garden for the circuit to build the corner here. He did that, and that's why that corner will forever be known as Tarzan. Up high on the banking again, the banking that came in about 2020 in preparation for the Formula 1 Dutch Grand Prix, coming here back to Zandvoort after many years, and we absolutely love it here. There's Alex Ryman, championship leader, coming into this race. So, if things remain as they are now, Jaap van Lagen would get 5 less points for second place. It means that Alex Ryman would retain the championship lead if things finished as they are now, and Milan Marchak would launch himself up into, I believe it would be third place in the standings with a win. But we still got, try not to put a curse on it here, 13 3/4 minutes remaining of this race. Still plenty to come. Our leading rookies, Joop Breedveld in the number 5 car in 7th place overall. Second in the rookies, David Chivok in the 77 car. Joop Muller on his season debut in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux in 3rd in the rookies, 10th overall. Yanni Kakela is the Pro-Am leader in 14th place overall. Milan Marchak with that big gap of 2 seconds over Jaap van Lagen. Into turn 1 we come. So, how much of a fight will Alex Ryman put up? How much of an attack will he make on his teammate, Theo Ellenus? The 27 and the 28 cars. How much of a fight will we see to get on the podium? Ryman thinking of the championship. Porte Huis, the back end looking lively on the number 22 car as he now thinks about defending for another one of the Dutch drivers, Jelte Hofner in the 919 car. Jelte, who had an 8th and a 4th at Spa-Francorchamps. His best was that 4th place, so yet to finish on the podium. And Jelte trying to make progress, another of the many drivers who we consider to be championship contenders as they head around turns 9 and 10. The windy section of the circuit, no real overtaking opportunities here, but it's where the hard work is done, where they close in on each other and then lining them up as they head in towards the Hans Ernst chicane. The quick right and the left, 11 and 12. And then it's up into 13. Theo Ellenus into the gravel. He goes wide. That's a gift for Alex Ryman. Probably Frank Porte Huis as well, because his tyres are going to be dirty. So going wide out of that chicane, Theo Ellenus, a rare mistake from the driver of the number 28 car. Frank Porte Huis sees the opportunity. Ryman moves into a podium position. Now out onto the pit straight they come once again. It's going to take Ellenus a few moments to clean those tyres up, to get his focus back, to try and put that moment behind him. But Porte Huis has had that position stolen away. But fighting back, Theo Ellenus is there as well. I beg your pardon, that's Ryman, not Ellenus. I do beg your pardon. It's Ryman who went through the gravel. Oh, these cars, Ellenus there, and it was Alex Ryman. No, it was Ellenus who went through the gravel. Ryman coming through, and did Ryman have a moment as well? So Theo Ellenus rejoined in front. The two identical looking cars, 27 and 28. Frank Porte sees opportunities in front of him, doesn't know which car to follow. So Elenus back into that podium position. So that was a bit of a scruffy moment for both of the S1 cars, and now splitting them. Frank Porte is in there. So Alex Ryman in 5th place. Theo Elenus back into the podium positions. We're going to need to see a few replays of that to work out what exactly happened. But as things stand at the moment, it's Marchak from Lagan, from Elenus. Frank Porte is there in the white, black and gold car. In 4th place in the number 22 car. Frank Porte his best finishes have been a couple of second places in Budapest and Assen last year. But in 4th place at the moment, Marchak, Jaap van Lagen, they're the leading two. 10 minutes remaining. Moments of confusion reign here. Frank Porte though, is the main beneficiary of that moment that started with Theo Elenus going into the gravel. And he's up to 4th place. Out across the line we come. Less than 10 minutes remaining on the clock. We look down at Tarzan. Turns 1 and 2. Then back up to the banking of turn 3 once again. Everybody giving it full beans. Quali took place quite early this morning. The drivers have been waiting around all day to get out here and do some hard work. And they are thoroughly entertaining. Look how hard they are pushing as they bump over the curbs of turn 5 and turn 6. Absolute full throttle, 220 kilometers an hour over the crest of that hill they come in 5th gear. And then the tricky Scheiblack corner that has caught many people out. At the moment, Theo Elenus in 3rd place. What is Frank Porte going to do to get onto the podium here? Theo Elenus in the 27 car. His best finish has been a 5th place last time out a fortnight ago at Spa-Francorchamps. So at the moment, Elenus looking for his first ever podium in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. But there are a lot of hungry drivers queuing up behind. 8 3/4 minutes to go. Marchak has about 2.5 seconds on Jaap van Lagen. That's another story we need to investigate. What happened to the number 69 Team Raceart car that caused him to slow on the exit of turn 1? Was it an instruction that was given? Were they trying to anticipate potentially a problem from the stewards? Or was there a mechanical issue? Whatever it was, it's handed the lead to Milan Marchak. And now we have the fight that is on for the last of the podium positions. Theo Elenus with Frank Porte in the number 22 car. Frank Porte from Andorra for NGT Racing. Now challenging hard the Cypriot driver, number 27, Theo Elenus. Here they come once again over the bumps. The track has got brown marks on it where the cars bottom out, bouncing over the curbs down to Scheiblack. Once again, they come under braking. You are witnessing the fight for the last of the podium positions. Our rookie leader is still Joop Breedveld in 7th place overall. A stonking drive from him. David Chivok in 9th place overall is second in the rookies. Joop Muller on his debut in 10th place and in 3rd in the rookies as well. But it's 3rd place in the overall race that we are looking at here. The rookies denoted by the green box around their number, the blue box around the number alongside Yannick Kakela, indicating that he is a Pro-Am driver. Theo Elenus passed the site of a little visit into the gravel a couple of laps ago. Has to get his focus back. He's good at that, but he's going up onto the banking. Frank Porte is looking a little bit eager here. Up onto the banking he comes once again. Then he'll be out onto the pit straight. Is he close enough to make a challenge for the last of the podium positions? Elenus goes to defend the inside line into turn 1. Porte is just showing himself in the mirrors. Not really a challenge. They've left Alex Ryman behind in 5th place. He's got Jelte Hofner to deal with. Who is behind him? Then it is behind them, the leader of the rookies, Joop Breedveld. Into turn 3 we come, up high on the banking. Theo Elenus in that 3rd place. 6 1/4 minutes remaining. If Frank Porte is going to try and get onto the podium for this race. He's going to have to start thinking about it fairly soon. How much grip have they got left on these tyres? They're now all starting to get very tired. We've had 24 minutes of racing. We've got 6 more minutes remaining of race 3. Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux 2026. Theo Elenis going deep into the corner. Frank Porte, who is with a little look to the inside, the back end of the car, struggling for grip as Frank Porte, who gives it everything that he dare, but the back end of the car starts to slide. Third place at the moment, still in the hands of Theo Elenis, but can he stay there for another 5.5 minutes? Alex Ryman in the background would love to get involved in this fight, but they've managed to break clear. They go past the gravel that was pushed out onto the track by the S1 racing cars. In the background, we've got a fight going on. That looks like Archie Petter. No, it's not. Sorry, I beg your pardon. It's Hugh Breakfeld, who's there with Jan Seifert. Seifert trying to get that 7th place back, but also there, David Jivok. And that is Carol Krentz, Cuba Twarog in the sister car onto the gravel. Cuba Twarog, well, he's able to keep it going, so no problems there. But look at this fight that's going on further back. It's Hugh Breakfeld with Jan Seifert alongside David Jivok in the background. The number 5 and the 77 car are fighting for the rookies. Also number 8 there as well. Jan Seifert is not a rookie, but he is very much in the battle. He wants the overall points in this race at the moment. It is Hugh Breakfeld who leads the way for the rookies. 4.5 minutes remaining. The rookie podium could go in any direction at the moment. I think Hugh Muller might be thinking about trying to stand on the top step as well. He's at the back of this queue. In the middle of them is Jan Seifert in 9th place overall. Here's our rookie leader in the blue and black car. David Jivok now has a clear sight of his main rival in the rookies. He is in the number 77 car, the red and white car. Jivok, who won the rookie race in race 2 at Spa-Francorchamps last time out. And a challenge now to Alex Ryman as well. Jeltje Hoffner fancies a little look at 5th place, kicks up a bit of dirt. Tucks back in behind. So many positions being diced for here. This could go in any direction. At the moment, Marchak looks comfortable. 2.6 clear of Jaap van Lagen. And he is 5.4 seconds clear of Theo Elenis. But then after that, it's anybody's guess who is going to be stood on the various podiums once this race is done in 3.5 minutes plus 1 lap. Great stuff. Jeltje Hoffner in that 6th place. There's our race leader into turn 1 first. There's 2nd, a big gap back to 3rd place. Now Theo Elenis once again under pressure. Frank Porte, who knows that time is running out. Has he got any grip left to try and go the long way around? He gives him a little punt on the exit of turn 1, backs out of it. Theo Elenis would have known all about that, wouldn't he? Into turn 2 they come. Now up onto the banking of turn 3. Elenis will probably go really high. Yes, he does. Following in his tracks, Porte, who is in that 4th place still. Time running out. We're into the last 3 minutes of timed racing. Once the clock strikes 0, it will be whatever remains of the lap that the leader is on, and then 1 more. Marchak looking solid for his first ever win in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. Jaap van Lagen, the defending champion, in that 2nd place. Theo Elenis defending for all he's worth. Frank Porte, who just looks as though he can position the car pretty well wherever he wants. This is a replay as they're headed into turn 1. You can see Porte, who is tucking to the inside, maybe misjudging the braking slightly. A little bit of a tap. No problems at all. And then tucks back to the inside in turn 2. Don't think there's anything that the stewards would want to get involved in. Certainly nothing that I've seen. And that's where Cuba Twarog, to remind you, this is his debut here at Zandvoort in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. Has not even done any free practice. Was at school yesterday. The young driver having to get here in time for quali this morning. Got a special dispensation to miss the driver's briefing. And this is where Alex Ryman also went across the gravel. So that was where he surrendered that position. So Theo Elenis had done it first, and then his teammate copied him. There's an element of coaching going on here. He's probably saying, yeah, do as I say, not as I do. At the moment, Theo Elenis is in that 3rd place. Frank Porte, who is running out of time. 1.5 minutes left of racing. At the moment, Milan Marchak's up to turn 4 and then up to turn 5. So into turn 3 we come once again with the third place battle. Theo Eleanor still in front, has been fending off Frank Porte-Huis for so long. They are well clear of Jelter Hoffner in 5th place, who has found the route past Alex Ryman. So Hoffner up into that 5th place. So Alex Ryman in 6th. David Jivok has found a route past Joop Breedveld for the lead of the rookie. So while we've been looking at this, David Jivok has taken the lead of the rookie race. Still, Joop Muller is in 3rd place for the rookie. So it's all changed further back. Yanni Kakela in 14th place and the Pro-Am leader in this race. Right, where is our race leader? He's up at turn 11 at the moment and then in towards turn 12. So I think he's going to get back to the line before the clock strikes 0. And if he does that, it will be 2 more laps remaining. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, he's up into Lyndike at the moment. So now he'll be heading out onto the pit straight. So he's going to cross the line before the clock strikes 0. He crosses the line about now. So it will be 2 more laps left of this Zandvoort circuit. That's going to equate to about 8.5 kilometers left of this race. And that is about 8.5 kilometers for Frank Porte-Huis to wrestle the last of the trophies away from Theo Eleanor. Eleanor in the 27 car, trying to make that car as wide as he can, but Frank Porte-Huis seems to be able to position the number 22 car exactly where he wants to. So up to all the banking they come once again, and Porte-Huis is able to take a much tighter line now. A good exit out of 3 means that he'll be able to try and attack in towards 4 and 5, but it's going to be up towards the end of this lap where he'll get the best opportunity. The car's dancing around over the bumps and over the curves into Schleivach once again. Still, Theo Eleanor focused on all that's ahead, trying not to look into the mirrors as Frank Porte-Huis tries to unsettle the number 27 car. Milan Marchak is up towards turn 11 at the moment. It'll be what remains of this lap and then 1 more. Jaap van Lagen is 1.9 seconds behind, so he's closed the gap up a bit, but not enough to make a challenge for the lead. 7.5 seconds back is this fight here. Theo Eleanor, the last of the podium positions. David Jivok continues to lead in the rookies. Joop Breedveld, after such a strong qualifying, will have the heartbreak of the rookie wins stolen away from him if things remain as they are. Out across the line we come once again for the final lap of the race. Milan Marchak, 2 seconds clear of Jaap van Lagen. Here comes 3rd place, Theo Eleanor at the moment. Frank Porte-Huis is going to have to throw caution to the wind. It's all or nothing now. A challenge to the inside into turn 1. Eleanor has it covered off. Frank Porte-Huis now tucked up behind the number 27 car. Around turn 2 they will come. Then it'll be up onto the banking. Porte-Huis now running out of time to make his challenge to get onto the podium for this race. They both go up high. Theo Eleanor will be wise to whatever Frank Porte-Huis might want to throw at him. Out of turn 3 towards 4 they come, then up over the crest of the hill once again, bumping over the curbs. Then it is once again down the hill towards Schleivach turn 7. Then it'll be the right-hander of turn 8 once again, and into 9 and 10. So the closing stages of this race at the moment, our race leader is up at turn 10 of this 14-turn track. So Milan Marchak has waited such a long time to try and take a win in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. This is his 15th race. Last year, he won the rookie title. His best result up until now has been a 4th place, and that was in Budapest last year. He has never finished on the podium, but Milan Marchak, as we look at the fight for 3rd place, is up into Arie Luyendyk. It's not only going to be a first ever podium for Milan Marchak, it's going to be a first ever win as he crosses the line to receive the checkered flag. The defending champion, Jaap van Lagen, second across the line. And then, after a race-long battle, Theo Eleanor crosses the line to get his first podium in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. Frank Porte-Huis gave it everything. Out across the line comes David Jivok to win in the rookie race. Between them was Jelter Hoffner and Alex Ryman. And then Joop Breedveld in 8th place, second in the rookies, ahead of Jan Seifert. And on his debut in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, Joop Muller finishes in the top 10 on the podium for the rookies. And hey, ahead of his brother, Mace Muller is in 11th place. Karel Krent in 12th, ahead of Artje Petters. And then Yanni Kakela for the Pro-Ams in 14th place, ahead of Jesse Polderdijk. Henry Wheeler in 16th. Dino van der Geest from the very back of the pack. Ali Al-Jafali in 18th, and Cuba Twarog. It's been a steep learning curve for Cuba, and hopefully he's been enjoying his time here, but he finishes in 19th place. Still waiting for him. Now he comes across the line. Wow, what a race that was. Race 3 of the season. And all my maths that I was doing for the title, I'm going to have to just double check all that now. Alex Ryman, and look at that. The battle across the line. David Jivok on Alex Ryman almost stole away 6th place. A great photo finish there. Several photo finishes across the line. So that's Jesse Polderdijk. And was that Henry Wheeler? Polderdijk coming on top there. But Milan Marchak takes his first ever win in the overall race of Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. And Theo Elenos in 3rd place. Jelter Hoffner got some good points there in 5th place. I'm just doing the maths while we look here. Frank Porte, who is in that 4th place as well. Some valuable points there. By my calculations, I believe, very much subject to confirmation, that Alex Ryman still leads the Drivers' Championship, but by just 2 points from Jaap van Lagen. But that, as I say, is very much subject to confirmation. Milan Marchak up to 3rd place in the points, 18 points adrift. So Milan Marchak launching himself into the championship hub for Quanloop Est1 Racing. Theo Elenos in that 3rd place. The 2nd place going to the defending champion, the very experienced Jaap van Lagen. Started on pole position. Whatever the issue was on the exit of turn 1, it meant that Milan Marchak was given a clear path to take his first ever win in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. On his 15th attempt, the driver who's just turned 18 years old, an absolute, he's not a superstar of the future, he's a superstar of the present. Watch out. We've been saying for the last year, Milan Marchak, watch this man. He's coming, and he showed it by winning the Rookie Championship last year. Now he stands on the top step of the podium in the overall race. This will be one that he will savor and remember for a very long time to come. So, I'm afraid we're not going to be able to bring you the podium here. We are running a little bit against the clock here. Thank you so much for joining us. We do hope you've enjoyed the 3rd race of the season for Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. We're back tomorrow morning at 9:20 local time for race 2 of the weekend, race 4 of the season. We'll see you then. For the time being, goodbye from me from Zandvoort.
absolute thrill to be here.
Porsche 6 Carrera Cup Germany. 30 minutes of explosive action.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Welcome back to Zandvoort. Welcome back to Porsche 6th Carrera Cup Deutschland, Race 7, Part 2. If you joined us this morning, you will have seen that Max Mutschlechner and Søren Spreng tried to exit the Zandvoort circuit via the Amsterdam gate. They were unsuccessful and did an awful lot of damage to the barriers. It meant we had to have a fairly lengthy stop to repair the barriers. And it meant